Hello Form 3 students. Today I'm going to talk about input devices. And they are commonly used to input commands or data into a computer. For example, a mouse is a very typical example of an input device. And actually, input device is one of the very basic components of a computer system. And the remaining three will be the central processing unit, the CPU, the output device, and the storage device. And make sure you remember this very important concept of the basic components of a computer system. Okay, first things first. The role of the input device is to input commands, 指令, and data, 數據, into the computer system. For example, if you start Notepad 記事本 and then entered some text inside, and all these texts are actually data. And when you double click the shortcut 我的電腦 in Windows Desktop, actually this double click action is a command issued to the computer, and then all these data and command are input through the input device, such as the keyboard or the mouse, into the computer system for further processing. Actually, the data will be processed by the CPU through the instructions of a computer program. And then we can look at one more example, and this is an example of using Microsoft Word. And all the text inputted here, they are all the data. These can include Chinese text, English text, table, or even images. And when you click File 檔案 and then select Save as 另存新檔, actually this menu choice is a command issued to the computer so that it will save. This save command will save your file in a hard disk or USB thumb drive. Okay, we can now start looking at some common input device which can be found in our daily life. Okay, keyboard. Probably this is the most commonly used input device in a computer system. It is mainly for inputting text, maybe Chinese text or English text. And it is also used to input shortcut key commands. For example, if you press Ctrl and C and the C key, then this will represent a copy command issued to the Windows computer system. And now we come to these very specially designed keyboards. This one on the top left corner and the one on the lower right corner. And we call this the ergonomic keyboard. ergonomic. In Chinese, 人體工學. And these keyboards are specifically designed to suit the special needs of different people. For example, to make us type much more easier. And they are especially suitable for people with physical disabilities or people with limited arm movement. And this one on the top right corner is a virtual keyboard. virtual. Virtual keyboard. And it makes use of a laser beam to project the image of a keyboard on a flat surface, such as your table. And then you can simply put your fingers on the table, and then the characters will be inputted into the computer. And on the lower left corner is a flexible keyboard made of plastic. Flexible, which you can fold it and carry it away very easily. And next we come to the mouse, which is mainly used to control the cursor movement or the cursor position. It is also commonly used to input commands by clicking the shortcuts or icons on the Windows desktop. And drawing graphics is also very easy with a mouse. Actually, it is very difficult for you to draw graphics using a keyboard, but you can do this very easily with a mouse. Therefore, the mouse is a very important input device in the modern graphical user interface, such as Windows or Mac OS. If you think of a computer as a car, then the mouse is simply just the steering wheel of a car. And let's talk a bit more about graphical user interface. And in short form, this is GUI. And it is a form of user interface that allows the user to interact with the computer using the mouse, icons, menus, etc., rather than inputting commands through a keyboard. And modern computers all make use of graphical user interface to allow the user to control the computer much more easier. In the old days, the user has to remember the commands, which is very difficult to learn and use. Okay, trackball. This is just like a mouse turned upside down. Of course, it is a traditional mouse turned upside down with the rollerball facing towards the sky. Usually, this trackball is fixed on the tabletop so that it can save desktop space. And it can be used by the people with limited or little arm movement. And another advantage of using a trackball rather than the mouse is that it cannot be easily stolen away in public areas. Okay, touchpad. It is a very commonly used input device in notebook computers. All you have to do is to place a finger on the touchpad to control the mouse cursor position. And then in modern Mac computers, you can even use 2 fingers or even up to 5 fingers to control the mouse or the computer. Next, graphics pad. And it is very commonly used to draw accurate graphics or write Chinese characters. And in Hong Kong or in mainland China or in Taiwan, graphics pads usually exist in the form of a Chinese writing pad, 中文手寫板. And now, joystick. And needless to say, it is used in playing computer games. And scanner. They are mainly used to scan photos, documents, or magazines into digital images. But nowadays, fewer and fewer people are using scanner to scan documents or photos because the scanning speed is not too high. Rather, people are now using digital camera to shoot digital photos or even videos or documents. This is simply because the speed of capturing images is much higher than using a scanner. In fact, there are different types of camera used with a computer. For example, one common example is the webcam or network camera. They are commonly used in video conferencing, 視像會議, or they can be used as surveillance camera. And actually, network cameras are commonly used in Hong Kong to monitor the babies at home because their parents, they usually have to work at the daytime in the office, and so they have no way to monitor the babies. Therefore, they set up a network camera at home, and then the captured images or video will be uploaded through the internet, and then the parents can access the internet to monitor their babies. Next, the microphone. Mainly used for recording audio into the computer, or they are also commonly used in video conferencing. And now, gamepad. Actually, this is a modified joystick or more advanced version of joystick used in again playing computer or video games. As you can see, there are so many buttons in the gamepad. There are many buttons. And for touch screen, this is now very commonly used in mobile phones. And the touch screens are also commonly found in shopping malls. kiosk 資訊亭 for displaying tourist information or information to customers. And these are two very typical examples of kiosks found in shopping malls or supermarkets. Information can be displayed through the screen of a kiosk, or you can touch on the screen to buy something, to buy movie tickets, or get some coupons from the supermarkets. And in modern touchscreen, they are usually equipped with a multi-touch function. That is, you can control the screen with more than one finger, for example, 2 fingers. And with multi-touch function, the movement of your fingers are usually called gesture, G-E-S-T-U-R-E. For example, this gesture, we call this pinch open. You can enlarge a photo or a group of photos by using 2 fingers. Okay, barcode and barcode readers. Barcodes, they are just codes or patterns printed on the products in the supermarkets. And actually, the barcode represents the ID number of a product, the ID number of a product. And the barcode reader, they are mainly used to read the barcodes printed on products. Again, this one is also a barcode reader. And if you go to the tuck shop in the school or 7-Eleven, you can see this type of barcode reader installed at the cashier. The fingerprint scanner is a very special input device used to input fingerprints patterns of human beings. And why read our fingerprints? Because our fingerprints is a unique pattern. UNIQUE, 獨一無二. And therefore, by reading the fingerprint pattern of a person, then the computer or the machine can identify, 辨認 a particular person. And okay, this is the end of this chapter, input device. Hope you enjoy. Bye bye.